Hello CMA final students. Are you willing to score exemption in direct taxation in upcoming December 25 attempt? If you want to score exemption, then don't miss this video. Watch this video till the end because I have done analysis of last 4 exam question papers. June 25, December 24, June 24, December 23. And I have also done last 4 model question papers analysis. June 25 model question paper 1 and 2, December 24 MQP 1 and 2. After this analysis, what I came to know is, even though in class we discuss 27 chapters, he is asking all descriptive questions from max 7 to 8 chapters. So even like if you study those 8 to 9 chapters, definitely you are going to get exemption in CMA final DT. So I am Umasankar Maganti. I am a chartered accountant and also a faculty for direct taxation. I teach CA and CMA, both inter and final direct taxation. So let us go through the analysis. Very simple. See, there is like some people will tell, before you cut a tree, you have to sharpen the knife. Only when you sharpen the knife or axe, then only you can cut the tree very quickly. In the same way, DT is very vast, I understand, but there is a strategy. If you, without any plan, if you study DT, DT will be very vast and you will find DT very difficult. But there is some strategy. You have to study in some chronology. Okay, in that way, if you study, definitely you are going to get exemption in CMA final DT. Very, very simple. See, you need to write 7 questions. There will be 7 questions that are asked in the examination. How many questions? 7 questions, descriptive. Each one 14 marks, 98 marks. Out of 7 questions, how many questions you need to write? Out of 7, you need to write only 5 questions. So if you write 5 questions, sufficient. So there are 7 descriptive questions, right? Out of 7 descriptive questions, you have to write 5 questions. Even in these 5 questions, you can predict 2 questions gunshot. Question number 2, always he is asking from calculation of total income and tax liability. So question number 2, always you search any exam question paper, June 25, December 24, June 24, December 23. In every attempt, question number 2 is from calculation of total income and tax liability. You have already studied in CMA Inter calculation of total income. So if you remember PGBP provisions, PGBP adjustments, capital gain calculation, calculation of total income and tax liability, you can comfortably answer this question. You can answer question number 2. Next, question number 7. Question number 7, always he is asking from transfer pricing chapter. Generally, question number 7 has 2 sub-questions. Sub-question 1, sub-question 2. Sub-question 1, always he is asking arm's length price calculation, cup method, resale price method. He is asking arm's length price calculation, primary adjustment and secondary adjustment. In second question, always he is asking about section 94B. See, whenever you take loan from associated enterprise, you will pay interest, right? Whatever the interest paid to associated enterprise, total interest is not allowed as deduction. Only 30% of EBI TDA, earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization. That like only 30% of EBI TDA is only allowed as deduction. That is what said in section 94B in last 4 attempts. Question number 7, second question, second sub question, always he is asking from section 94B. And there is question number 4. In question number 4, sub question 2, always he is asking from NR taxation. So you need to write 7 questions. 7 questions will be given. You need to write 5 questions. 5 into 14, 70 marks is for descriptive. Okay. Out of 5 questions, easily 1 question you can write a total income question, and transfer pricing question you can write non-resident taxation. Many students think non-resident taxation is very tough. No. In CMA final, very simple questions are asked from non-resident taxation. taxation of non-resident Indian. It is very easy. I will explain to you. And taxation of NRI is asked in the examination. Very simple. Non-resident sports person, non-resident entertainer, if he comes to India and earns income in India, he is required to pay 20% tax. That question is asked in one examination. In non-resident taxation also simple concepts are there. From them only he is asking question in examination. So you need to prepare non-resident taxation. Let us see analysis, how questions are being asked in each exam from each chapter. PGBP, depreciation, ICDS. Only from these chapters, every attempt, 14 marks are coming. In one attempt, in June 24 attempt, 21 marks were asked. Total income 14 marks asked, and separately on depreciation calculation, another 7 marks question is asked. So from PGBP, depreciation, ICDS, in June 24 attempt, 21 marks are asked in the examination. In December 23 attempt, 7 marks. So minimum 7 to 21 marks you can expect only from PGBP, depreciation and ICDS. Next. Assessment procedures, income tax authorities, survey, search and seizure, assessment procedures, appeals and revisions. Only from these 4 chapters, every attempt he is asking 14 marks questions. So 2 questions are expected from assessment procedures. You cannot ignore assessment procedures also. Okay. Assessment of various entities. Nothing but calculation of MAT, calculation of AMT, calculation of tax under old tax regime, calculation of tax under new tax regime, house property, salaries, all these are being tested. So if you know calculation of MAT, if you know calculation of tax liability under old tax regime and new tax regime, easily from this chapter also every attempt 14 marks, in one attempt 21 marks are asked in the examination. Next, DTAA. DTAA very important. In institute material only, he will tell 35% of weightage will come from international taxation. International taxation means DTAA, transfer pricing, non-resident taxation, GAR. Only from these 4 chapters, 35% of the marks are expected. So, like every attempt from DTAA, he is asking 7 to 21 marks. So in one attempt he asked 7 marks, in another attempt he asked 14 marks, in another attempt he asked 21 marks. So minimum 7 marks will come from DTAA and maximum 21 marks can be expected from DTAA. Next, transfer pricing, very important. In June 2025 attempt, 28 marks are asked only from transfer pricing. Okay, so 4 questions are asked from transfer pricing, 28. And in December 24, 21 marks, in June 24, 14 marks, in December 23, 21 marks. So minimum 14 to 28 marks, minimum 14 marks can be expected from transfer pricing and up to 28 marks he is asking. And from non-resident taxation, I told you question number 4B, every attempt, question number 4, sub question B, he is always asking from non-resident taxation. So 7 marks question is definitely expected from non-resident taxation. And there are 2 small chapters, advanced tax and interest. Even from advanced tax and interest also, he is asking the question. From advanced tax and interest, he is asking 7 marks question, business restructuring and reconstruction. From this chapter also, see, business restructuring and reconstruction, we will discuss about taxation at the time of amalgamation, taxation at the time of demerger, conversion of sole proprietary concern into company, or conversion of company into LLP. All these we discuss in business restructuring and reconstruction. From that chapter also, every attempt 7 marks are being asked. So summary, what is summary? At least if you study these 8 chapters, okay, at least if you study these 8 chapters, sufficient. If you study these 8 chapters, you are going to get all the questions from these 8 chapters. This is my conclusion from past exam question papers analysis. So all you need to do is 8 chapters. Okay. Calculation of total income and tax liability, assessment procedures, advanced tax and interest, business restructuring and reconstruction, assessment of various entities, DTAA, transfer pricing, NR taxation. If you prepare these 8 chapters, including choice, all 7 questions are being asked from these 8 chapters only. Are you able to understand? Next. Sir, we don't want to study 8 chapters. Tell me easy method. Even if you study these 5 chapters, total income tax liability, assessment procedures, assessment of various entities, DTAA, transfer pricing. Even if you study these chapters, one question will come from each chapter. From total income and tax liability, 14 marks will come. From assessment procedures, 14 marks will come. From assessment of various entities, 14 marks will come. From transfer pricing, 14 marks will come. From DTAA, 14 marks will come. At least if you study these 5 chapters, you can write all the questions in exam. So tell me, is it difficult to study CMA final DT? So you need to focus on these 8 chapters first. Okay. So I'm going to do revision videos as well. I will upload revision videos on a time to time basis. In those revision videos, I will also discuss problems. Institute has released a workbook. In that workbook, problems are given. All those problems will be discussed by me in the revision classes. So do watch, do follow the strategy. Like just listen to my revision classes, do what I say, listen to, like, do all the problems along with me. Sufficient, you will score exemption in CMA final DT. Okay, so even MCQs also, from assessment procedures, minimum 2 marks to 6 marks MCQs are asked. From transfer pricing, minimum 2 marks to 6 marks MCQs are asked. So very important, transfer pricing assessment procedures. And I am going to do a separate video on MCQs. I will do MCQ marathon. Last 4 exam question papers, 4 into 15, 60 MCQs. Last 4 MQPs, 4 into 15, 60 MCQs. Institute released one MCQ material for you. In that, around 70 MCQs are there. So in total, I am going to discuss 190 MCQs with you. Okay. So I will upload a separate video with regard to MCQs also, MCQ marathon. So let us study in this way. In this strategy, if you study, definitely you will get exemption. Forget about pass. You will definitely pass. You will also get exemption in CMA final DT. Okay. So that's it. Thank you very much. Bye.